Good morning. Is it still morning? It's not, it's afternoon now. It is a Sunday, and I thought I would do a bit of a hang out with me sort of thing. I go back to work tomorrow after a few days off for New Year's, and I have been out for a walk this morning. It was mega frosty. I forgot to vlog it, so I'll put a clip of it here. It was beautiful. There was this stunning leaf that was just... Nature's amazing, isn't it? Nature's crazy. It is Sunday, and I thought I would take along for some of the chores that I'm doing and have a bit of a chat. I am going to make some ginger and turmeric shots, and I'm going to make some like stewed apple to have with some yogurt and porridge for the rest of the week. Because yes, it's January and everyone has to start afresh. I know it's a tradition, isn't it? But I truly want to do some little things that make some changes. One of those is having breakfast, because I'm just terrible at it. If I have to make it in the morning, I won't eat it. So I want something convenient, and it doesn't have to be all out super nutritious. I just want to be able to eat something first thing in the morning. So I'm going to make those. Whatever you're up to today, I hope you have a nice, chilled, relaxing Sunday. I'm back to work tomorrow after a few days off for New Year's. But it's good. It's all good. It's going to be good. We also officially booked Disney last night, which was exciting. So we'll talk a little bit about that today as well. But yeah, I haven't done a vlog like this before, so bear with me, shove me on the background, and let's have a chat. Going back to the ginger shot thing, I go through phases with doing this. Sometimes I seem to I suppose we all go through a bit of a health kick, don't we, sometimes? And if you're really bad like me and genuinely have issues with trying to stay on track with health, then you're going to relate to this. I am terrible with forming habits when it comes to eating well. Not so much eating well, but sticking with eating well. I love eating well. Sometimes the prep of things is what gets me, which is why I'm going to do this. So I have various bottles that I use this for. I actually bought some of these little bottles like this. These are 60ml bottles, and these are great for doing these shots. But also, I do love the Moji ones. So when these aren't on offer, they're about £5 or £6 a bottle, which is mad. And you get 7 days worth, which is great. But I keep the bottles, sterilize them, and then boom, you've got a vessel for it, and you just dose it shot. You just dose shot it. That's the one. So it's got a little measure on the side of it. And I'm gonna pack this. We've got lemon, we've got ginger, we've got, you can use pineapple, an apple, and orange in it as well. I just want to keep it really simple. And I've then got some turmeric. So I'm going to use turmeric powder in this one because I didn't have any fresh. I have a couple of mason jars, which have the proper lids on them. I'm just going to rinse these, and I'm going to sterilize them in hot water in the sink. I've just literally popped sterilizing tablet in each of them, and then I'm going to use some hot water. You don't have to use hot water, you can use cold water, but whilst this is doing that, we're going to talk about intentions for this year, because me and Tom more so than anything, is going through some health troubles. He's okay. It's just frustrating health issues. They don't really know what's going on with him. It's not life-threatening. He's just not well, and it's all the time at the moment. So that's a shame. It's sad that he's going through that and feels that way. So it's not nice to feel like that, and we're at the tail end of it, I think. We just have so many things we want to do. I'm 30 last year, Tom's 33 this year. And, you know, we're at that stage in our lives where you start to question things a little bit. And I think that's fine to do so. Our paths have, well, my path has changed slightly over the years, and I'm at a point now where I know what I want. I think I want my photography and my sort of content creation and all of that is starting to take off, which is really great from multiple different places. So YouTube has, I don't know, we've had 124 subscribers in 3 days, which I think is just mind-boggling for me, because I've been working really hard for the last decade across different channels, and I've never really been consistent with it. And part of my job is to help grow other people's, and I've done that successfully. Can never do it for myself. So my first intention is to be a bit more selfish and use my time to grow my own platforms. And YouTube, I think, is the one. I've tried TikTok and Instagram and I like it, but I think YouTube, there's something about it that just feels more nostalgic to me, and I think I relate to it because I grew up with the rise of YouTube and the Brit Crew and the beauty influencers and blah, 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 and I consume so much YouTube content. And I think that's exactly the reason why I am drawn to it. Most of the creators that I actually follow on a daily basis, actually I saw from YouTube originally. So you've got Jen LaForge, you've got Adam Hatton, you've got a local one, Brogan Tate. It's kind of the Lodge guys. They're just the type of people that I like, and they're doing the things that I'd love to do. Oh, and Alex and Max and Alex, which was a new one after the last couple of years, and they're fantastic. Me and Tom want to travel a bit, and we're not talking travel the world necessarily as in backpacking. We know we like home comforts. We know what we like in terms of a hotel. We know what we like in terms of activities to do. We just want to see more. And I think I've started to appreciate that, where I love being at home, but there's places that just once in a lifetime opportunities, and that's what we really want to do. And to be honest, I'm getting FOMO and I'm getting jealous of all these people that are either using content creation as a way of making money in their life, and it's not easy, but it's given them freedom to do things that they want to do. So we'll see where this goes. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it if you are, and don't forget to subscribe and like and leave a comment, because subscriptions are what makes the difference with YouTube videos. It tells YouTube that you're liking the content you're seeing. So if you subscribe, that's the one that will change my life potentially, or our life potentially. As cheesy as it sounds, please just do it. It's just a button. Just do it. Just log into your Google account, subscribe, sorted. If you've got a channel, I'll subscribe back. So travel is one of those, and making opportunities for ourselves. The second one is my actual content creation as a business. So photography is a massive passion of mine, and I have clients, but I'm at that point where it's not enough to be able to be self-employed, but it's also I enjoy working, and that's scary. I enjoy working full time as a marketing manager, which is scary. So yes, I think I've just rambled. I'm sorry, but like I said, just put me on in the background. The jars are full with the sterilizing liquid. Didn't know this. This sounds really silly because it's a really useless, boring fact. Sterilizing tablets cannot be used on metal, right? So if you've got a jar like this, don't submerge the top of the jar, like the ring. The inside has like a plastic coating, so you're fine. Sterilizing tablet, great for glass. Now we've got like a Stanley bottle, we've got flasks, thermoses. You can't use those on them. It ruins the metal. But I never knew that, and that makes sense to me because they always make it taste funny. And you know when you get coffee stains at the bottom of a mug or a metal flask and it starts to smell a bit funky? Sterident. Sterident tablets for dentures. Perfect. It works on metal and it works on glass. They smell really minty, but once it's washed out, it honestly change your life. It will change. Anyway, right, those are sterilizing. So I'm going to put the apple in these, which is Great idea, Matthew, if I do say so myself. And then let's crack on and make the ginger shots. Hydration. Have you drunk water yet today? Probably not. That's the first bit I've had all day, and it's 1 o'clock. Sums it up, doesn't it? Right, I'm also going to sterilize this bottle, so lush. I'm loving this camera. I literally can't. I'm so gonna make me cry. Okay, so this sounds really ridiculous, but I'm really lucky that I have a partner that supports me with what I want to do and that he gets involved with this. But he bought me the DJI Osmo 3 for Christmas. And when I say I'm going to make sure we get our money's worth out of it, I'm not joking. So that's why you're getting this vlog. I invested really heavily into a camera for my business, which I pretty much made the money back on it, which is mind-blowing to me, because I have so little faith in myself. And I think you can see how much focus and passion I have for this, compared to anything else I've done before in my life. So if you're watching this, bub, thank you. Appreciate it. How ridiculous, I was getting upset. Oh, I forgot as well, I've got these little Plenish bottles as well. Again, keep the lids, you never know. I am a hoarder for stuff like this, and he hates it, but you just never know when you're going to need a bottle. Right, okay, let's crack on. Let's do the ginger and lemon shots. Okay, so we've got some ginger. This is just 1 pack of it, so this is probably only going to make enough to make that 1 bottle. It's actually probably not enough at all. We're going to go in with 1 lemon. This is going to seem like a lot, but it's going to make a difference. So we'll start off with cutting the lemon, and getting all of the skin off. Okay, I'm just cutting up the ginger now, and I'm just keeping some of the skin on because there's actually a lot of fibre in the skin, which is good. Just taking off the sort of the woody, nasty end bits of it, and any dirt. I've washed this and cleaned it and dried it, so this should be nice and clean. There we go. Right. Again, I'm going to keep these bits. What was I saying? Yeah, let's talk about Disney and traveling, and there's so many places that I really want to take Tom and show him, and there's places that I've never been to as well that I want to take him and show him. As much as we love going to Disney, and as much as he loves going to Disney, it is his safe place for him, which is why he enjoys it so much. But there's things we want to do. We want to go to California, and we want to go to Disneyland, California. But I also want to do a road trip and take him through Arizona and Monument Valley and all of the Red Rock and all of that, which will be incredible. I really want to go back to Canada. Canada was one of my favourite places I've ever travelled to. It's beautifully cinematic. It's just stunning from the get-go, and holds a dear place in my heart. It was one of my favourite trips I ever did, and I went there with my mum. It was incredible. I'd love to show him. He'll love it. The food's incredible. The people are really great, and the view's stunning. Switzerland. I've been to Switzerland. I'd love to show him Switzerland. Again, it's somewhere that I know he will just love. It all makes great content because it's places that some people can't get to, don't have the opportunity to. So it'd be nice to be able to show that to you guys if you've never been. And there's places around the UK. We want to go to Scotland. We want to do Northern Ireland. We want to do more like Yorkshire. We just haven't really ever been. If you're looking at the map, we've never really been. We're in Dorset, which is right on the south coast, and we've been up to Cotswolds and that way in Wales a lot, but we've never gone that way. So that will be exciting. We want to do that. We also want to get a motorhome, a camper van. Not so much to live in, just to travel around in. And it's a really big goal, and it's a really long way off, but you never know. But I'm putting it out there. We're going to have one. I've said this year, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Right, I'm just taking that now. And I've got the little blade for it. I'm going to blend this up first before I put it into a actual blender. To be fair, I might be able to do it in this. I just don't like using too much liquid in a food processor. It scares me a tad. I'm going to make sure I've not missed any lemon juice. There we go. I know this is the thrilling content you came for. But hey, like I said, thank you for sticking around. You can do a little bit of apple in this, which I'm going to just to cut through some of the bitterness. So I'm going to take an apple and put that in here too. I'm just going to make sure I've got the seeds out. Pieces of apple. I'm putting the apple in just so it adds some sweetness. Simple as that. You can add some honey as well, which I'm gonna. I've got some really gorgeous Greek chestnut honey. I'm getting to the age, aren't I, where it's the little things that seem to really, don't know, just grab me. Everything is so cluttered in here at the minute, and that concerns me. I'm going to put some turmeric in here. I think that'll do. I don't want to overwhelm this. Also, don't really want to stain it, but it's gonna happen. So it's too late, really. Make sure this doesn't splash anywhere. You also need some black pepper if you're going to use turmeric. You need the black pepper to activate the turmeric. Otherwise, it won't work. Simple as that. This is the Greek honey. This is the meligiris from Crete, basically, which is and I don't know if you can see. I'll see if I can move it to the light more. It's like a really deep reddish color. Stunning. So we're going to add some of that in. I've got my little honey spoon, which, who knew? There's actually a reason for this. The little grooves in the honey pot stop it from running all over the place. Amazing. So we're going to do that. We're going to take a nice big dollop of it. We're going to add all of that in as well. Okay, I'm now going to just put the rest of that into blender so I can add a little bit more water. Make sure you get all of that goodness. There you go. Don't leave anything behind. Okay, now there is a reason why I let this blend so long, is because it just makes sure that it's as smooth as it possibly can be for me to then go ahead and put it in, strain it through a sieve and put it into bottles, because I don't want the chunky bits, but I don't have a juicer. So this works best. I'm actually just going to add some more honey in there just for some sweetness, because it needs it. And actually the honey is really good for you, especially when you're using a decent honey. It's not just sugar. And some people I know have added like olive oil and things like that to this. Yeah. I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, got a liquid. Got our sterilised bottle. Right, the pot I had before. Sieve, and then I'm just going to place the kitchen towel and we're going to let that drain through the sieve. Now this is going to take time, it's really boring, but it works really well. So just let that start to drain through and you'll have a really nice non-pulpy juice. It's typical, the camera died midway, didn't it? Because I forgot to charge it! So that was very clever of me. I have just basically strained the pulp a couple of times again. And now I'm just gonna go and pour it into a bottle. Okay, I strained it out a couple of times and now I'm just gonna pour this into it, hopefully. There we go. Yay. And I think my measurements were just about right because look at that. This is not a Moju ad. Like I said, always sterilised, so that should last the week in the bottle. And then on the side of the bottle, there are these, I don't know if you can see it, little markers that will tell you how much to use. Straight in the fridge. Perfect. And then this is the pulp. This is what's left. You're left with this like orangey, fibery mess. You can add that into things like porridge, if you're quite domestic. It smells amazing. You can bake it. I've heard people say that they add it into like a banana loaf, banana bread, or you can chuck it away. Now, I said earlier about using the leftover of the the lemon peel and the ginger rinds. Glass bottle, vinegar, distilled vinegar, white vinegar, or you can use alcohol like vodka, but I think the vinegar's better. It's good for cleaning. Lemon peel, the ginger, and some rosemary. And just let that sit in that glass bottle for a few weeks. Just forget that it even exists and come back to it. Trust me, it'll be worth it. I sterilised those bottles thinking that I would have a bit more actually, so I've only got enough left for one juice. So I'm gonna do that now. Whoa! Wow. Zazzy. That was all quite fun, wasn't it? Right. Let's crack on with doing the apples now. The apples are way, way easier. So I've got some Braeburn and some Granny Smith apples. Whatever's on offer, I like using green and red mixed together. And then I'm gonna put it in my oven, in my pot. And let that simmer down with some of the honey. I am gonna put a little bit of brown sugar in it. But some cinnamon, a little bit of clove as well, just to make it still feel a bit wintry. And then we're gonna jar that up and that'll be done. Okay, apples are done in the pan. Now I put this on a high heat. Apples are gonna go straight in. Woo, they're probably gonna go everywhere, aren't they? Yeah, because I'm trying to do this one-handed. Okay, it's okay. It's okay, we've missed some. I like to keep some chunkier bits of apple rather than just cutting it all really small as well, because it's nicer that way. Done. Now I'm gonna add a tiny bit of water to this. And then when this is nearly done, I'm gonna add some lemon juice too. Now this might seem like a chore to some people. This is actually really quite fun to me. I enjoy cooking. And I then enjoy sharing what I've cooked with people. So I may, if there's too much, I might put some in a smaller jar and give it to someone at work, which is quite cute because I'm cute like that. Right, so high heat with the apples, and I'm just gonna let them, not toast off, but just warm through before I add any water. And when we do add water, we are only going to add about 50 ml. Just a little bit, just to kind of start getting those to sweat off. And then the heat will do the rest. it will start to sweat down, the pectin will come out and make it go sort of firmer when it goes into a jar. I'm not adding lots of sugar, so this isn't gonna be like preserved. This is more stewed apple. So you're gonna kind of get away with this in your fridge for maybe 3 or 4 days. You can add lots of sugar if you want, and that will preserve it, so it'll turn it into a jam, but we're not aiming for that here. And I said I'm only gonna use honey, but I've got a little bit of a light brown muscovado. I'm gonna add just the smallest amount. I like a lot of cinnamon, so we're gonna go heavy on the cinnamon. Also, cinnamon's really good for you. A tiny bit of clove, just a little bit, because clove just makes everything smell and taste Christmassy. Lid on. Just let that work away and do its thing. Am I Nigella yet? I did always say that if I had the option for an alternative career and I could just snap my finger, there's 3 options. One of them is a TV chef, because who doesn't want to cook food, have someone else wash up after you, and make a cookbook? Yay. Pop star, because again, I am Hannah Montana at heart. And then also, I don't know, what was the third? I'd love to be a horror movie actor. Yeah. Either be the scared one or be the person doing the scaring. That'd be fun. Okay, so that's bubbling away, lovely. Spoon. That good mix. Oh my gosh, I know it's not Christmas anymore, but we're still allowed to have some wintry vibes, and I think it's fair to do so. How yummy! Honestly, if you could smell this, it'd have been for a right treat. Now, there's also a couple of other things you can do. I know sometimes people strain off the liquid. They'll add more liquid, strain that off, and reduce it down a bit more, and you can turn that into a coffee syrup. I'm not just, oh, that zoomed right in. I'm not just a hat rack, my friend. I'm actually very domesticated. Right. Now just gonna turn that down. So let the heat just do its thing, very gently. Don't want anything to burn. It smells delicious. Clamp the lid back on and continue. Well, I think that's been quite a successful day. Gonna let this finish. I'll jar it up and it'll be ready to go. Thank you for hanging out with me today, if you did. And if you did hang out, as I said before, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. All of those things really do make a difference. I didn't realise quite how much of a difference they make. So I appreciate it. And you can also check out a couple of the other vlogs that we've done over the last couple of years. But this year is the year you're gonna get content at least once a month in long form. So you're gonna get 1 a month of long, this way round content. Loads of shorts, because I love doing shorts and reels. But yeah, check out my long form content. Thank you so much for hanging with me, and I will see you soon. Bye.